Joe?
This was Jack half an hour back. I'm going up Longdale, Walling.
One of the ends looks badly.
I'm taking tractor up. Shall I tell him?
Me as well. Hope it isn't pest.
Ma? How's Peggy been?
How should she be?
Well, she's been bad these last few mornings.
Waking up, you mean?
I was wondering if she'd said anything to you.
You're first should know, aren't you?
Well, I've asked her, but she won't let on one way or t'other. Only, well, perhaps she should see a doctor.
If she's that way, she'll let on in her own good time. No point in jumping to conclusions.
She's worried about things, about Jack and farm.
Goes on about him, does she?
Didn't see it working out, I reckon.
How about you?
Well, I got no claim. I married Peggy, not the farm.
Your family, Matt. Blood or law, you're part of the family. And we're in the farm together.
I work in it, but Jack's owner, there's no beating that.
Jack's family, too. I'll have a word with Peggy, maybe. You tell Joe about that hen.
Righto.
You've been wed 3 years. Time you made me a grandmother.
Getting worn out. Trouble is, she reckons you're too soft on Jack. Where's Joe?
Gone chasing some bird. Feathered.
It won't get the wall done, will it? These things have to be done, even if we don't feel like doing them. You can't run a farm any other way. It can be hard on hands.
Too hard. It's my lot for today.
Well, you have to reckon it out. One good push and this lot will be over. What to keep sheep in then?
They get less damage than my hands, wherever they got to.
Of course, they're your sheep.
Did you work for Dad before you married Peggy?
If you looked at the state of the farm, you'd see it was never in the way of affording a paid man. I helped out when they were busy. Haymaking mostly.
Don't you ever think of starting up on your own?
You've been out of here now, best part of 8 years. You want to take a look around, see what's happening. Then you wouldn't ask daft questions.
You tell me. What is happening?
You'll find out if you stay around long enough.
But you would like a farm of your own.
No matter what I'd like, I've got to live with what I've got.
Right. Peregrine falcon. She's nesting above brook water.
That good?
Oh, you don't see them round here much.
No, I want you to take a look at hens. There's some poorly.
Did you take them out?
You just said to tell you to look at them. You can take tractor.
What about you?
I can walk, but there's him.
Coming home, Jack?
Well, there's no doubt that the right-of-way exists, and it would be enforceable by law.
Don't want to go to law. Too damned expensive for one thing. And too long. I want to get on with the alterations.
Well, if they're adamant, and you want to use the right-of-way, you'll have no option but
I
to go to
know,
law.
I know. Trouble is, Mrs. Sugden. What I've seen of her, she's as obstinate as they come.
Mrs. Sugden is not the lessee.
Isn't she?
No. It's unusual, but Jacob Sugden held the lease, and not the freehold, from the Mayfield estate. Now, he died recently and left the residue of the long lease to his eldest son, John Sugden.
He's probably worse than she is.
Oh, men are often more amenable than women, and he might not like his mother making decisions for him.
Aye. Well, if he's the legal owner, I better have a word with him. I'd rather deal with a man than a woman any day.
Oh, I'm sorry, are you busy?
No, we've done. Has Mrs. Watson sorted out the kitchen yet?
Lunch won't be long.
Oh, that's a relief. Tell Franklin I'll be in to see him in the morning about 10.
Shall I make an appointment with Mr. Sugden?
Might be as well. No, just write and say that I'd like to see him to discuss the matter. See how he reacts.
Right. Marion?
Don't forget about Franklin. Don't like that fella. He's a good solicitor, but a poor man. You going to join me?
Please. What was that about Mr. Sugden?
I don't like our entrance being so near the main road. So I'm going to have it walled up and a drive put in, up from the lower gate, where this property adjoins the Sugden's farm.
But we'd have to drive through the farm.
We've got a right of way. It's in the deeds. Look at that. Your mother would have loved it.
Yes. I'm not sick, Daddy. I'm not going to die of a broken heart or anything. At least he told me. What would it have been like if I'd married him and then found out?
You've cause to be thankful that way, I suppose. So have I. I'd have done murder, most like.
Is it Jack Sugden you're meeting about the right-of-way?
Have you met him?
Down by the farm.
I've met the mother. She's a handful.
You won't find him easy.
If it's not pest, what is it?
Don't know. Certainly not pest, though. You can't see that helping much. Bound to be infectious.
Not to get the vet, then?
Can't see what else. Dad would have known, but...
Well, get on and telephone him, then. Hadn't you better ask the new owner before deciding what to do about his ends?
That's enough, Peggy.
He's got to decide about tractor. Or are you going to leave it up on Dale with Matt?
Matt can walk back, same as these did. He's not a cripple.
Farm will be without tractor.
It needs a new fuel pump, Joe says. That's not a problem.
You can take the car into Houghton and get one from Tracy's.
I can't drive.
You can't drive?
Well, as I've never had a car, I've never had call to. So you get the fuel pump. I'll phone the vet.
You know where Box is?
What's his number? And what's his name?
Swanwick. And it's, Oh, no, wait. If I take the hen with me, Mr. Swanwick can look at it while I'm getting the new pump. It'll save him coming out.
Well, get on then.
Right.
I'll get a sack to wrap it in. And put it in the back.
Peggy? I didn't ask Dad to leave me the farm.
That doesn't alter fact you've done now to deserve it.
What should I have done?
Stayed on, helped with work, tried to make something of it.
Be no better now if I had stayed.
And not. At least you'd help keep it going. Nobody'd have grudged it you then.
You can have the farm if you like. Think it'll make you happy? It's yours.
Your dad wanted you to have it.
Did he?
It's there in his will. Plain enough for anyone to see.
And why do you think he left me the farm? Well, I'm no farmer. Oh, I know I was brought up here, but I've had 8 years in cities. You lose the knack. And the strength. Get soft.
You'll soon pick it up again. And you'll harden.
What did you get up to in City anyway?
Listen, that.
You don't seem very proud of it, whatever it was.
There's nothing to be proud of. What you going to do about my offer?
Did you mean it?
I don't say what I don't mean.
You can't give the farm to her. There's Joe to think of. He's entitled to something.
And you, Ma. You're entitled to something too, aren't you? Why didn't Dad leave it to you?
Don't ask me. I could never get inside your father's head. But the farm's yours. He left it to you. And it's your duty to stay here and keep it going.
I don't intend to leave.
It'll need a bit more and keeping going if it's to give all of us a living.
We'll manage, as we always have.
Things won't do as they've always done. They want changing, making decent, brought up to date. There isn't room for all of us. I've a baby coming. Where's baby going to fit in if he stays?